Hey guys, you're watching Cities and Early. My name is AJ. Welcome to Cities Skylines Season 2. Now this season is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try and get into it as quickly as possible, but there is a little bit of explaining to do. The first season that we done was sort of like a career mode, if you like, where we had to build up our city, we had to be careful of our budget, we could only buy things that we could afford at the time. This season is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do a sort of a sandbox style series where we have unlimited money. Obviously there's an inbuilt mod into the game here that says unlimited money and unlock all. So these are the default mods. We're going to have both of those turned on. We don't care how expensive the stuff is to build on this series. This is all about making our city look as beautiful as it possibly can be, and I'm really excited for that. There's a ton of mods that I've got installed here, tons down here, and tons of assets. It even takes a little while to load. There's that many of them. Like, there's absolutely hundreds of parks and schools and absolutely all sorts. I can't go through them all and explain them all to you, but I will sort of explain them as we sort of come across them throughout this series. So, if we hit new game here, we've got all of our default worlds, but I did find this one, Copper Creek. Okay, it's the actual sort of mod creator's name he gave it. It's got these beautiful sort of fields here, and they're all different colours, and the reason why they're different colours is because there's actually ore deposits and resource deposits underneath it. But the reason why I love this one is, number one, when we load it up, you'll see it looks absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning looking map. But secondly, with these sort of fields, this sort of countryside layout, when we have a fully developed city, you won't be able to see the different colours, okay, of these fields. But until we get to that point, when we've got a small city that we're growing, these fields are going to make our place look absolutely wonderful, a lot better than this sort of empty foresty field look. So it's going to be really exciting. So I'm going to be really original here, and I'm going to rename our place to ZONO City. I know, it's very creative. And I'm going to do left-hand lane traffic because I live in the UK. We drive on the left here, right-hand traffic, or right-hand side of the driving, right-hand side of the road driving. I don't understand. So I'd rather keep something that I'm familiar with here. And we've got a suitable area for building, 83%, which is a huge amount. It means that we can make a very large city. I shall see you in the world. And I should explain a little bit more. I don't want to waste any more time on this menu screen. I'll be right back. Sweet. We're in the world. Now, first, can I just say how beautiful this world looks? I've went ahead and I've bought all 25 tiles here, so we've got the biggest area that we can possibly have. And Season 1, we didn't even buy all the tiles, and we had a huge city, so this has the potential to be absolutely massive. These hand-drawn rivers are absolutely wonderful, and they've done a great job with the tree lines as well. It really adds something to the city. Absolutely phenomenal looking map here. We've got this very central area where obviously it wants us to start the main part of our city. I like that. It's sort of hinting where it wants us to build that. And I noticed out in this corner we have a large sort of blank area. I think I might build a mountain in there. You know, like how on GTA 5 there's like a big mountain with like a chairlift and stuff like that, like a mountain bike route. I'd love to have that sort of thing over there. That'd be really nice. So, what are we doing today, though, on the first episode? Well, first episode, I'm actually going to do something a little bit unconventional. I really want to build an airport. This is going to be a big city. We're going to have a very easy way in and out of the city. And I think the best way to do that is with an airport. Now, location is important. I really like this one here. It's nice and close to where the centre of the city is going to be. It's on the river line, so it's going to look really nice. I think, whoops. Steady on. I think that's a really good idea. So, step one, we need to make sure that the ground in this area is dead flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure of that by just making a perfectly flat area in this area. Now, we can, a flat area in this area. Wow, that English, though. So, if we drag this around here. Oh, come on. We're going to get a little bit of frame rate initially, I expect, as the world sort of wants to first load up. There we go. And then what I can do is I can naturally blend all that in at a later date. But that's just to make sure that this piece of land here is perfectly flat. Also, first mod I'd like to say, the zoom out mod. We can zoom all the way out and we can zoom all the way in, right down to first person. Really handy. We don't no longer have to hit shift or anything like that to get it there. Nice roads as well that we've got given to us straight off the bat. So, airport, the first thing that we're going to need to do is actually put the main terminal down here once the roads load up. Oh yeah, and I forgot about these. We've got a load of new roads as well. We've got bus lanes that we can put in if we want our own separate bus routes, and it's the same with these ones as well. We've got 6-lane roads with bus lanes. Very, very nice. I downloaded a bunch of new intersections as well, so if we don't want to make our own, we can put one of these ones in. Obviously we will have to make our own at some point there, because these are going to be a little bit too big in a lot of cases. And we have some bonus roads here. They look a little bit fuzzy on these preview pictures, but I've placed them down and had a play with them, and they do actually all work fine. So step 1, we draw a road here. Oh yeah, I'll show you this as well. You see how it says 37 cells there? Oh, hang on. What is going on with this frame rate? I need to get this under control. Maybe it's just, I hope it's just the world that's just loading up. Yeah, I think so. So, you'll see that we can actually drag out a road. We can see how many cells long it is. That's going to become very handy in this airport build. And it also gives us the angle that we're building at. So, if you look right on the corner there, it says 90 degrees. And, 180 degrees. So, you can get some really perfect angles if you do so wish. Okay, let's get the main airport terminal down here. If we go into planes, and I know if it's up here, this is the one. This is the default airport. So we're going to put that down. Actually, I'm going to take this road away, and I'm going to drag it this way. Now, this whole series is about taking our time and making things look really, really nice. We're not going to rush any... let me get comfy. Any part of this series. If that made a loud noise on my mic, I apologize. We're going to take maybe 2, possibly even 3 episodes on this airport. 2 would be preferable. And I hope I get my frame rate under control as well. So we've got our airport in here. This is just the normal default airport. I liked it enough to actually keep. And if we go in here, do you remember on season 1, we tried to build a airport with multiple runways, but because there wasn't like a runway tool, we had to use normal roads, and it never looked that great. Well, if we scroll up here, we have our own runway tool now, so we can drag out our very own runways. Now, I want the one here is a default one, and then I want one that comes out this way. Oh, we can see how long the runway actually is. If we go from there to there, 60 cells long is the runway. So if we keep these 60 cells long, we know it's going to be the same size. There's 60, and I want this one intersecting over the middle. So if we do, 25 cells, that would leave us 35 cells to make it 60 in total. There we go. Perfect. So we've now got 3 runways. I love this intersecting one as well. That looks so, so cool. Now you might see that we have a lot more hatchings on these ones than we do on this one. That will get fixed once we put in these taxiways. Wonderful. These are going to look so cool. Now, I did notice that these don't join up exactly onto these ones, but we can get it close enough that it doesn't matter. So if we zoom in here, I want a dead straight road. The straighter this is, the better. That's not straight enough for me. We're going to have to get this so close to straight, because there's a very important thing that we need to do after we put the taxiways down. Oh, just in a little bit. Come on now. That looks pretty straight to me. Okay, so we've got that one in. We'll do the same off the other side later on. But what we need to do is we need to make a taxiway up to all of these runway ends. Now, I think I want this one coming off the inside. Nope. See, it got rid of them, but it didn't get rid of enough of them. So we'll take that away. We'll drop it down a little bit to like there. Perfect. And then we'll come out here. There's a reason why I went so far. That's so we can join this up at a perfect 90-degree angle. And then we'll come in here. And drag that one to there. Perfect. Look at that. Nice, smooth runways. Now, a normal taxiway, this would be a triangle here. Yeah, we should do that. And then the plane can approach in from each direction and come out in each direction as well. That's very, very important. So this one has its own taxiway. That one has its own taxiway. We just need these 2. So if not in the roads, if I go in here, can I drag out of there? I can't. That's unfortunate. Can I drag out of here? I can. You know, I might do that, because you do get planes have to drive over runways to get to other ones. So that does make sense. We'll have that one going up there. And then, do I want the runway coming off this side or this side? I think I want it off this side. I'll come down a little bit, maybe like there. And I would really like to have another triangle in there. Yeah, perfect. And then one more down a little bit. Something like this. And I'm going to join that up. I want to join that up at a 90-degree angle, dead with this one. What would be a 90-degree angle? It would be like there, wouldn't it? Oh, 89.1. 88. It should, as long as it's close enough. 89.2. That's plenty close enough. So we now have our taxiways in to all of our runways. The next step is, because I'm expecting this isn't under the road section, so I gather that nothing is actually going to connect up to these taxiways. No. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put a road around the very edge of these taxiways here. And I think if we get this really, really close, if we get this really, really close, we're going to have no grass between it. So if we come like from here to, there. Yeah, see, we have no grass between it, and the concrete sort of joins up together and gives like a seamless edge. We will have some little gaps, but we can't be too picky. It is a simulator game at the end of the day. There's only so much that we can do, and I think we're going to have to just, let's take snap off. I think we're going to have to be good with having a little bit of a gap on the end there as well. I'll take that one away. That looks good. I'm going to go around the edge of all of these, and I should be right back, okay? Because it can be a little bit tricky. I don't want to waste any time. Okay, so I've got this road that goes around the outside here. And that's going to be enough to be able to place down all of the stuff that we need to for the rest of this airport here. I'm going to do the car park later on. Hopefully this episode, or at least a little bit of it this episode. But I do want to focus a bit more on this. So, I think a control tower is a good place to start. Now, the control tower we can fit in, but I want it to face this way and not that way. So if we draw down a little road here, keep it nice and close, and we put this in, yeah, perfect, along that way. I've got two control towers. I am going to place both of them down, and they're both different. And seeing as though, steady on. Seeing as though we've got 3 runways, I think it's going to be good to have more than one of them. That looks so cool. That's a really nice build as well. Very, very smooth looking. Little car park and spots, a little bit of fencing. Very, very nice. Let's start at the beginning, I think. What we got here? DHL cargo plane bay. I've also got a DHL cargo center as well. So both of those next to each other would make a lot of sense. I think I'm actually going to put them towards the start of the airport as well. I'm going to put that down there. And I'm going to put the cargo plane bay right next to it. Oh yeah, look at that little DHL. I don't know what company DHL is in. I know we have it in the UK. Maybe it's in the States as well. Not 100% sure. But it's like a delivery company, from what I gather. I never used it. I never really had any big enough deliveries that have needed to be flown over here. But maybe I'll use it one day. What else we got? We've got a load of other cargo plane bays. Now, what I think I'd rather do is up here somewhere. Is it this one? Yeah. Small airport hangar. I knew it was the one without a picture on it. Here's some little hangars. I think I'm going to have these over here. Now, we need to make sure that we have space through from this runway. Obviously, we don't want planes running straight into them. Mind you, by the end of the airport, they should have taken off by then. They should be well above that area by the time they get to the end of the runway. They should be taking off around here, shouldn't they? Yeah, that should be missable, definitely. I think 4 hangars is good. I like how it gives the a little bit of different colours to it, so they don't look all exactly the same. I like that. We might put more of those down, but for the moment, that's good. What else we got? Let's go back down to the beginning again. Oh, yeah, we've got some more of these cargo plane bays. I think I'm going to do the sort of cargo side of it down here. Is this a big one? Oh, it's quite a big one. I'll have that one. This is a nice big one. Oh, this is quite a small one, actually. I'll save that one. In fact, can we have that over this side? Oh, yeah, look at that. We'll have that right in. I'm going to join it up to the road. So it's like there. Oh, yeah, perfect. That fits very, very nicely. These... Oh, no, this is helicopters for hire, hey? Oh, I've got to have a little helicopter hire place. Right on the corner? I think so, yeah. Nice and close to the start so you can hire your own helicopter. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, let me zoom in. Yeah, look at that. How cool is that? It's even got its own little solar panels and stuff. Wow, that's a really cool looking thing. Okay, what other stuff have we got? An 8x8 fighter jet parking. Oh, yeah. I want fighter jet parking over here. Yeah, bang. Oh, check those out. I think these will actually get planes in them eventually. I'm not 100% sure. Check those out, though. They're like stealth jet fighters, aren't they, or something. I don't know. I'm not very good on planes. What's this one? 12 by 8 plane parking. Oh, yeah. That fits in nicely. Anything that has this sort of by 8, 8 blocks back is going to fit perfectly down here. A little bit of a shame of this, but we can actually hide that, I think, by maybe putting a few trees in between. Look at that. Can't even tell. Wonderful. And it makes it look really nice as well. We'll be playing a lot with trees on this series as well. And don't worry about the 30,000 cap. I don't think that's even in the game anymore. Okay, these are ploppable planes. They are big. Well, they're realistic size, I think, for a runway. They might even be a little bit too big for the runways. I'm not 100% sure. They look a little bit big, but they might be okay. So where do I put these down? Maybe next to the hangars here would make sense. Now, these aren't snaps. These can be placed anywhere, as you can see. So I'm just going to line it up as close to dead straight as we possibly can. A little that way. I've got two of these, two different ones. So if I can snap these as close to as possible. Come on. Right there. Perfect. What's this? A modular terminal spokes. We might put that in over here somewhere. I don't know. We'll have to see. And there's the other plane as well. I might as well put them both down. This one is a slightly bigger one. Oh, does it fit in there? Oh, please fit in there. Oh, it's not going to, is it? It's just too big. Oh, screw it. Okay. There might be a little bit of barking. I can hear my dogs barking outside. I apologize if you can hear that. Oh, that's a real pain that doesn't quite fit. If I move all of these over by one... Oh, man, I can feel my seat shaking. There's a motorbike outside. I think it's a motorbike. It must be. Oh, it might not be. It might be a... I'm not 100% sure what that is. It's making my chair shake, though. Where were those hangars again? Plane parking. It was one that was invisible. Yeah. Can I move this over? Yeah, just by one. Should be enough room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I move this? Relocate building. I can. I just want to move it over there. And then put the next one, the other one that we had. Where was that? Right here. Put that in. Right. Oh, there. Yeah, check that out. That looks really cool. FedEx and Virgin Atlantic. Look at that. Yeah, with a little Virgin logo on the back. That looks impressive. Okay. Our airport is starting to really come on. We've got a few more bits to put down. This is the other control tower. I would like another control tower over here. I think I'm going to place it right there. That's far enough away from the airport, the airstrip, but close enough to be able to see everything. Looks very, very nice. Once we get some trees around here, it's going to boost the look of this by tenfold, definitely. Okay, these are like little plane parking. I could squeeze one in there. A little tiny jet. Can I squeeze one in there? I can't. I can squeeze some down here, but I've got something that I want to put in there. Fuel. Okay, we're going to have to move this road here for the minute. Delete that. And delete that. I'm not going to delete that one for the moment. There's a reason behind that. I don't want to mess up the airport. But yeah, these are like little fuel stations for the planes. So I'm going to put 2 of these in. One there and one there. How do they look? Oh yeah, they look cool. So we can fill up the planes with fuel now. And what else have I got? I did see... Oh, that's a big hangar. But that I looked at this one, I think, on the last series. But it seems to be backwards. I'm going to leave that one. This is a big private jet parking, but I don't think we've really got the space for it. We could add another road in there if we wanted to, but we've got enough parking spaces for planes anyway, so I don't think we really need any more. No, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the look of the airport out the back here. Do I want to join that up to this road? Can I do that? If I grab a road here, I can. You know, like how on GTA, on Grand Theft Auto, there's always like the way that you can get in. You can like cheat, or not cheat your way in, but you can like drive around through like a little gate, that would have barriers across it. That's sort of what I'm imagining for this series. I would really like to go one further, but I think I need to relocate these, don't I? Let's just put them over here, just so I can get the road down like that. Take that away. Do I want to join that one up to there as well? It goes, so I might as well. And then slide these back across. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so they can go in there. Now, I also saw in here, when I was installing the mods, there was, I think it's down here, a terminal strip. one of these. This one? Yeah, 16 by 2 airport terminal strip. Now, 16 by 2 means it will perfectly fit right in front. Check that out. If we zoom in here, it's got like little park benches, little bins and stuff like that. The perfect waiting area for outside of a of an airport here. Now, what I'm thinking is this part here is almost like the taxiway, you know, where the taxis would drive through. And then everywhere else around here is where you would park. Let's just extend this down a little bit so I can then grab a slightly larger road like this one. Mind you, that one hasn't got a break in the middle. No, I think I'm going to stick with these smaller ones. And I just need to drag that down there so we can get a road going across there. Put some nice trees in there then, doesn't it? That looks pretty nice. I'm not sure, actually, if I like the grass. Because we're going to put car parking places. Well, if we go to this one, I much prefer that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, remove this one and this one. And then we're going to drag this out. I'm not really counting them at the moment because they will be moved anyway. But if we now go back into here, I've got simple big parking. That one. Perfect. Look at that. I'm finding everything when I need to. That's dead in the middle. So we'll put maybe 5 of these down. Check out how cool that parking is outside here. That's looking like a phenomenally cool airport now. Those planes, they do seem a little bit big. I might be wrong. I've never been on a plane before. That is something that I'm willing to admit. I've never actually been on a real plane. So, I don't know how big they actually are. I've only seen them on TV because I'm scared of flying. I have a fear of flying, and I've never been on a plane, and I don't want to. So, I'm fine building an airport. Obviously, that doesn't make me scared, but it is something that I'm a little bit concerned about if I ever need to fly. Now, what I'm thinking is we're going to need more car parking spaces than that, but I would love to have a really cool bus lane in the middle. We've seen these roads here. These are actual bus lane specific roads. And I think I would like to put this down in the middle here. Now, we can't put it down right here because it clips with that road and doesn't allow you to do it. But if we turn off the snap tool, we should be able to get it pretty close. And I'm thinking if we done... Well, we need enough room for a bridge to go over. So, I'm counting the squares here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we go from here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we get it as close to as possible, like last time with the whole taxiway, we should hopefully get it. It's pretty close, isn't it? It's got a little bit of... Now I'm going to redo that. I don't like having the little grass just... Whoops! Just poking through. I didn't want to do that. Let's try this again. Let's get it even closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. As close as we can possibly get. It's a little bit too close. Just here. This series, as I say, is all about taking our time and enjoying the process of start to finish. This isn't a rush series for sure. Now we're going to go up 1. Page up. Slope 2. Oh, just tuck it in nicely. There. And then over that road. Perfect. And the same on this side. Up 1. As close as we can get. And then over the top. Perfect. So we have our own bus lane in here. Which is a nice distance. You know, if you got... Why does this not quite look centered? Something about it doesn't look centered to me. I don't know why. I think it is. I think it's just my eyes. Maybe it's the way I'm sitting. But yeah, I think that's a nice distance. You know, you get a bus here. You jump off the bus. You can just walk away across to the airport. I think that's pretty good. I like that. I might be able to put a plane parking space in there. That looks almost... Mind you, why would you want to park a plane there? You can't get to it from the taxiway, can you? Alright, so... Can you hear that barking? I apologise if you do. I'm ever so sorry if you can hear that. It's not very professional. Let's get down another large road here. On the other side. How are we doing for time? We're sort of a little bit over time, but I'd rather this episode be a little bit longer than usual. Can I drag that along there? No, we're going to have to drag it out on this one. Oh, I need to extend it this way a little bit. My dogs just don't shut up sometimes. If they find something that they want to bark at, you ain't ever going to stop them. They're going to bark forever. Alright, I like that. And we're going to put a few more car parking spots down here. It should be the same diameter, so we should be able to get 5 in here again. Perfect. Look at that. Have a small road down the side here. And I don't know how, at the moment, you're actually going to get in and out of the airport. I haven't figured that quite out yet. It is weird how this bus lane goes from grey to red when you zoom in. You notice that? It's a little bit weird, isn't it? Okay, anyway. The freeway we'll talk about in a minute. I think I'm going to go off camera just for a second because I'm going to put a load of trees around all of this outside here and just line it nicely. It'll look fabulous, I promise you. Just give me a couple of seconds, okay? I'll be right back. Alright, so I've put a little tree row that goes all the way around the edge. I put a little like foresty bit in there. It looks really nice. It sort of just shuts it in. It makes it look like that's sort of one part of it. I really, really like it. Around the edge here, I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab these taller ones. Are these the ones? I think they get taller, some of them are. Nope, there must be a taller one. This one? Are they the same ones as that one? They don't look like it. Maybe it's one of these ones? No, they're too small. This one? How do we get those big ones? I want those big trees. I've got a few custom ones as well that we'll be using later on. Ah, this is the one, look. And if I just brush this on here. Perfect, look at that. We fill in this area beautifully. Now, we don't want to go into the airport. No, that one will have to be deleted. So will that one. But that'll just sort of close up that area. Beautiful. Beautiful. In the middle there. I'm not going to go too far because obviously there are other things that I want to do around here. Let's take away some of these. Oops. Don't go over there. I just wanted to get that. Take some of these away here. Beautiful. Now that looks like it's beautifully shut in now. We don't want any trees in the middle. There's no point of that. And these trees are far enough away that the plane should be well up in the sky by the time they get there. The same with those hangars. They should be able to clear that. Absolutely no problem. That looks so neat though. No, so neat and square and perfect. Okay, so we've got our own bus lane that will join up to the freeway. As well as the freeway goes, I do have an idea. Now, we don't have enough time to really do much of it this episode, but I might be able to give you a little bit of a demonstration of the sort of thing. We're going to go up 2 in the air, and I'm going to try and just cut over, if I can, a little bit of the car park. Oh, yeah, right there. I think that's just going to give us a really good look. And then this one, we got to get as close to as possible to come back the other way. Now it is clipping on one of these roads, so let's take snap off. We just need to get this. Oi, oi. Maybe it's a little bit too close. Maybe it's a little bit too close. Let's from here. Yeah. Oh, we had it. It was yeah. There. Bang. Gotcha. And then there. And then out to there. Perfect. Now, I drive on the left, so I'll be able to sort these out and reverse these in the right directions later on. I'm not going to do too much of that sort of stuff on camera, though, because that's boring. But I will extend this out here and this out here. You can see that the freeway is going to go along here, so we need to somehow join these roads up to here. Now, we'll probably use a self-made one for the moment. As soon as we've got the space in it, it'll look very neat. But I don't really know how I'm going to join it up. I think I've got a little bit of an idea, but we'll just have to wait and see. And the same as this bus lane, we've got to somehow join this bus lane up too. We'll figure something out. That'll have to be next episode, though. There's a couple of things that I do want to put in here as well. I think I want to have a train station near the airport. I think that makes sense. Not a metro, though. I don't think a metro makes sense around here, but maybe a train station over here somewhere. Obviously some more roads. We do have something really cool in here. In roads. If you go in roads up to the intersections here. No, where is it? Is it in this one? I think it is in here, in parks. If we go right up to the end, yeah, we have things that can go in the middle of roundabouts. And they actually give you a round hitbox sort of thing that they can be placed in. Perfect. And different sizes as well. For perfect little roundabouts. They're going to look really, really cool. Maybe we'll touch on those next episode. For this episode, though, I am going to leave it there. I think, hopefully, I've given you guys a good idea on what this series is all going to be about. It's about sort of planning out and taking our time and making things look really nice, these little hedgerows and stuff. Already, I like this more than our entire city on Season 1. We didn't plan out very well on that one. We were panicking too much about population and money, you know, our income and stuff like that. We weren't concentrating enough on making things look really nice, but this looks absolutely fabulous. What is this? ZONO International Airport. ZIA, would that be? Yeah, ZIA. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. I really do appreciate it, especially on a new series. Next episode, we should probably continue on with this area, hopefully get the airport in and functioning. We might even dabble a little bit into the power as well. And then I really want to do the town square as soon as possible. Like a central park or something like that. I don't really know what yet, but some sort of really cool looking thing. Maybe a town hall building located at the end. Very similar to the Simpsons style square is what I want. Something like that. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.